Over the past few weeks, I've noticed people heavily using these transparent 3D shapes in their motion design projects because they look great on screen. And today, we're going to see how to make these 3D glassy-looking shapes in After Effects. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's create a new composition. Give it the name Main Comp. I'm using full HD resolution at 60 frames for this project. Also, you can see 3 tabs in this section. Simply go to the 3D renderer option. Under it, you will find the renderer options. By default, it's selected as Classic 3D. We have to change this setting to Advanced 3D to make this animation. After creating the composition, you can create any kind of shape using the Shape Builder tool, but I'm going to create a custom shape by using this ellipse tool. So I select it. And then I am going to create a circle, and then I'll add another circle inside this one. So we've got 2 ellipses in this shape layer. I select the contents, and then I am going to add a Merge Paths option to this layer. Then I open the Merge Paths options and change its blending mode to Exclude Intersections. So we've got this kind of shape in our composition. Next, I align this, and then I'm going to rename it Circle. I'll click this icon to make this layer a 3D layer, and then I'll rotate this shape so you can see the changes. Then I open its geometry options and increase the extrusion depth to make the shape look like this. Then I open the material options, and under that, I increase the specular shininess to around 90% to get this look. And now I'm going to animate its rotation. To rotate this shape, I am going to use a smart expression called time times 35 and click anywhere to confirm. And now it's rotating continuously on its own axis. Next, I'm going to add a new light to the scene. I'm using an environment light, and you can see the difference with and without the light. However, it's up to you whether you want an environment light in the scene or not. I'm just showing you the option. After that, I select both layers and pre-compose them, naming it Shape. Make sure you check this icon before clicking OK. Next, we are going to see how to add a monochromatic look to this 3D shape. To do this, I'm going to search for an effect called Colorize and add it to this layer. Then I'll rename this layer Red because we are going to change the shape color to red. To do this, simply go to Settings and open the output cycle. Under the preset options, you will see different presets here. So simply choose the ramp preset. It will change the color to red. But whenever we use the Colorize effect, it gives us a certain look on the edges. So to remove this jaggy pixelated look, go into the Modify settings and uncheck the Modify Alpha option so it becomes smoother. Next, I duplicate this layer and rename it Green. Then open the output cycle, and then I change its preset to Ramp Green to change its color. Once again, I duplicate this layer and rename it Blue. Then open the output cycle and change its preset to Ramp Blue. Next, select all the layers and change the blending mode to Screen so we get a grayish look. Next, I search for an effect called Displacement Map and add it to this red layer. Once I add it, you can notice the monochromatic effect applied to the shape, but we have to change some settings. First, I change the Displacement Map layer to green. Then I change the source to Effects and Masks, and then I change the horizontal and vertical displacement to green. Then I copy this effect and paste it to the green layer. And this time I change the displacement layer to blue. Also, I change the horizontal and vertical displacement to blue. Then I'm going to change the horizontal and vertical displacement values slightly to get some randomness. And one last time, I select the blue layer and paste the displacement effect onto it. Then I change the displacement map layer to red. I also change the vertical and horizontal displacement to red. And, as we did before, simply change the displacement values slightly to get some variation. You can play with the values. There is no fixed value for this. Alright, so next we are going to see how to colorize this shape. I select the blue layer and duplicate it. Then I rename it Color. Now you can delete the effects from this layer. Also, I'm going to change its blending mode to Overlay. Next, I right-click on this layer, go to Layer Styles, and add a Gradient Overlay. Open the Gradient Overlay properties and click Edit Gradient. From here we can add colors and colorize this shape. I'm using a light pink color, but you can create your own custom color palettes as well. Next, I'm going to change its blending mode to Overlay to get this look. Let me delete this point. And now it looks better. So next, I'm going to add an Inner Glow option to this layer. Then I open the Inner Glow properties. Let's change its color to match our shape, like light pink. Then scroll down and increase the size to add depth to the shape. Next, I'm going to duplicate this layer and rename it Displacement. And I'll also change its blending mode to Normal. Then I go to the Effects and Presets panel, search for the Channel Mixer effect and add it to this layer. Let's turn on the Monochrome checkbox. It gives a monochrome effect, but it's not very hard. It just enhances it slightly. Next, I turn off the Displacement layer for now, and then I'm going to add a new adjustment layer. Rename it Noise. Then I add a noise effect to this layer and change the noise amount slightly, like 5% or 7%, so it adds a natural look. Next, I change the noise layer's track matte to the displacement layer. Also, I click this icon to invert the matte. Next, I'm going to add another adjustment layer and rename it Glass. And obviously, I'm going to search for CC Glass for this and add it to this layer. Let's open the surface settings. First, I change its bump map to displacement. Then I change the source to effects and masks. Then change the height to 10 and change the displacement value to 20. Also, change its track matte layer to displacement so it won't affect any other layer. So, we successfully created our glass. And now we are going to add text to the scene. First, I'm going to add a solid layer. This is our background and place it below all the layers. Then I search for a gradient ramp effect and add it to this layer. Then I swap the colors and change the white color to dark blue. Also, I change its color points like this to get this kind of feel. Next, I add a new text layer. Let's write anything here. Also, align it to the center, and then I place this text just above the background layer. However, you can see the text is visible on top of the 3D shape, and we want to place it behind this 3D shape. For that, first, I add a new adjustment layer and place it just above the text layer. Let's rename it Text Blur. Then I add a fast box blur effect to this layer. Then I change the blur radius to around 7 to blur this text. And then I select the text blur layer and change its track matte to the displacement layer. Right now, you can see our text looks like it's behind the 3D shape. Let's enhance it to look much better. I add a displacement map effect to this layer and change its displacement layer to displacement. Then change the source to effects and masks. Then I change the displacement values to 10 for both. Also, I change the horizontal and vertical displacement to luminance. Next, I search for camera lens blur and add it to this layer. Let's change the blur radius to around 10. And lastly, I am going to add the CC glass effect to this layer. So first, I open the surface settings. I change the bump map to displacement and change the source to effects and masks. Let's change its softness to around 200 and change its height to around 100%. And right now, it looks much more realistic. We are almost done, so let's quickly add our grid to the background to make this design complete. I'm going to add a new solid layer named Grid. And then I place it just above the background layer. Then I search for the grid effect and add it to this layer as well. First, I'm going to change the size from to width slider. Also, I'll solo this layer for now. Let's increase the width to make the grid. And then I open the opacity and decrease the value to 25%. And that's it. Let's see the preview. So that's how you can create a 3D glass shape in After Effects in just a few minutes. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.